Hello guys and welcome back to Farming Simulator 2017. Today we're going to be starting the Let's Play on Carrigart that I have planned for so long but couldn't get around to doing. So, here's a save, so that's just something I was messing around with that can actually stay, it doesn't matter. So we're on Carrigart, we've got 100,000 in the bank, I've played for 2 minutes setting up, and we have the difficulty set to easy. So, do I have everything unselected? I do. There we go. So that's everything. So it's starting equipment, and since you don't get any starting equipment, I could sell to buy more stuff. So when I first came in there, I got a message. It's spring. The flowers and trees are blooming. Time to cultivate and sow, or something along those lines. So that message should come up for every season. This. So basically here's how things work. So we're in spring at the minute, so we can cultivate and sow stuff. So basically the green is where you can sow something, and the yellow is where you can harvest it. So we're in spring at the moment, so this is the spring? That's autumn, that's winter, yeah, right, so this is spring. And at the moment we can only plant stuff, so we can't harvest. Except for oilseed rash, which is a special thing which you don't harvest anyway. The harvesting stands for actual cultivation, and I don't know about grass, to be honest, so I'm not an expert. So it's the first time I've used seasons. We only need oh Jesus. So 3 days a season, so after 3 days it'll switch over to summer. We don't need, it's set to 9 because we don't have a lot of work to do, so it can easily be done in 3 days. So instructions is on, so that's a little pop-up I give you. It's not so much instructions as hints. Snow mode is on. Is there any on and off? I don't know, and I want that on. So snow mode is where it snows, and you can have only one layer of it, which won't affect you as much, I believe. And in snow tracks is where you'll go into it and you'll slide about a lot. Temperature and stuff is crop moisture is on, so if it rains you can't harvest immediately after. You have to let the crop dry out. So so here's our starting equipment. So we have got our good tractor. I'm going to call it the good tractor anyway, the 3090 Massey. We've got a TW35. It was originally, oops, I'm actually falling over the wall, bad, very bad. Right, okay, I got over it. It was originally meant to be a TW25, but with gearbox it didn't really have a lot of power because the bad gearbox inside the mod. It's not the mod's fault. We've got a crampy loader and bucket. We've got a standard Sampon Rosenlu harvester, decent enough harvester in my opinion. Header trailer, plow, Massey tipping trailer, big gap, baler, mower, fertilizer, sower, and cultivator. So I think I have everything. There's one thing I have to get yet though, and that is the bale prongs to draw the bales. So I need to move the seeder out the way because I actually don't need it at the moment. So everything's going to be staying down here at the shop until probably summer. They don't have much business besides us, so it's all okay. So the gearbox in this tractor is seriously messed up, so I can't do it in reverse. It doesn't work in reverse, so if I put it into reverse, I'm mashing buttons here. I can only go high and low. I can't change up or down gears. So there's problem number one. So I've been low first, second, third, fourth, fifth, no, first again, and 1, 2, 3, 4 again. So 1, 2, 3, 4 low, 1, 2, 3, 4 low again, high, same story. I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Really weird, and you can see they're not the same gears because if you look at the speed. So there's 4 at 10 kilometers and there's 4 at 30 kilometers. It's modeled really weirdly. And it doesn't work in reversal set, so I tried it with a TW25 and it just didn't have enough power for my work. So I'm gonna pray that this works. If it doesn't work, I'm gonna just switch it out because I need something to work. We'll have to get a new tractor. Yeah, that's good. Actually, no, it's not. There we go. So, oh my god, this thing is actually wider than I thought it to be. That's a lot wider than I thought it to be. Okay. And also, the splits aren't splits, they're still gears. I thought they'd be actual splits. So when you go high-low, it'd be almost instant. But it's not. So that's another problem. I don't know if that's realistic or not, but by look at the dash there, you can see there's a hair and a tortoise. That usually signifies that there's an electronic shift, meaning it just goes straight into gear, or almost straight into gear. Of course, it's got only a 30k gearbox, which apparently is realistic, and loads of power, since it is a really old tractor. So here's a problem now. Oh, okay, so I tried this before with the in-game 4-meter cultivator. Didn't end well, we'll put it that way. So it actually does fold up quite nicely. And at the moment as well, my steering is really sensitive because it's only set to like 300 degrees of motion or something. So I'm like turning my steering wheel there 90 degrees and we've got full lock. Wait, full this yoke. Okay, very nice. And lower down. And what does this thing operate at? So garage. I'm flying past it. It operates at 15 kilometers per hour. So that gear. There we go. That's actually brilliant. That's almost perfect. So I'm happy with this tractor now. I could not do it with the TW25 for some reason. Now I wasn't using this cultivator, I was using one that required a bit more horsepower, but even so it didn't seem to be working quite right. So really happy with the TW35 at the moment. And it's not any better than TW25 because it's still got a 30k gearbox, so I'm not going to be using it for any drawing of any sort. It's literally only going to be cultivating. I have no other job for it other than that, I don't think. So here's the test, the hill. And it's just flying up the hill. So it looks like I'm missing bits here, but I'm actually not. You just can't cultivate them on the edges there. So I decided to start playing with seasons, as we all can see, and I'd recommend a lot of people start. Just try it once. You don't even have to do much. Just try it and see what it's like, so you know what it is. It's not complicated or anything. It's like I said, there's instructions and there are little hints. There are just little hints, and it's like, oh, so I can't do that right now. That's fine, because there's not going to be stuff grown in the middle of winter. You're not going to be like, I'm going to harvest this now and get nothing out of it. It's just not going to be grown. It just slows down gameplay a bit, and that's basically all it does, is slow it down and make it more realistic. So you're just going to have to wait a little longer to get your money. It mightn't necessarily reduce the money income, might increase it even, because of the way apparently the shop works, or the grain selling works, because it's the middle of winter. Everyone's after harvesting in whatever. There's no worried about. Prices are sky high. You have it in storage. You go and sell a load. You're rich. So I think it's just about holding on to your grain. Now I'm not going to worry about it now since we do have 100,000. But we're going to be getting into cattle, and there's a lot of equipment to buy for cattle. Like, well, we're going to use slurry tank. We don't need a slurry tank or a meter spreader, but I'm going to be getting them. So slurry tank, manure spreader, water tank, which is actually needed to produce slurry as well. You need a mixed feeder, and you need a straw blower, and you possibly need a cattle trailer if you want to get it cheaper, the cattle. You can deliver it, of course. And then you need to buy cattle, but you're 2.5 a piece, 2.5 grand a piece, so that's a lot of money. So that's why we have 100 grand. Because I added it all up, and if I get cheap stuff, I'm going to end up spending 75,000 before buying any cattle, and that will just leave us enough to buy, what, 10 cattle? And we're probably going to lose a bit of money now because of tractor maintenance and all that. Also with seasons you do have to maintain tractors, like daily maintenance or whatever. Not daily maintenance, if I pop up in the F1 menu there though, down second to bottom, the engine, so 29.9 hours or 36 days until maintenance is required. So what's 36 days in seasons now? So it's 3, 6 and 12, 34, 3 years before I have to maintain, or 29 or 30 hours of actual work. I probably won't have to maintain this tractor for 3 years, since it's going to be doing pretty much nothing but cultivating. Maybe an hour every season, a bit more. But the Massey will be doing all the work. It'll be doing the seeding, it will be doing the carting of the grain, probably carrying around the header for the harvester, spreading manure, possibly baling. Actually don't know what the car requirement is. I think, yeah, baling, drawing the bales. The Massey's going to be flat. Gotta wear out that Massey. And I also have the realistic weight mod in, which is what's slowing down progress even further. So me and my friends there were playing a game there a week or two ago, and we were putting out slurry on a map called Agrio C. It's a pretty level map for a lot of it, but then there's the odd steep hill on roads and passages. And I'm not bothering to lift the cultivator, doesn't matter. And so if we were using 30,000 litre tankers on 200 horsepower tractors and thereabouts, and if you're doing that normally, you'd have no problems. You'd fly up hills fairly fine, like. But with this mod on, we were stalling out. We were stopping up the hill near. We're going down to, I think we're hitting 3 kilometers an hour up these hills. So that mod's going to slow down progress a bit. Now obviously those tanks were 30,000 litres, so they were 30 ton on 200 horsepower tractors. It was obviously overkill, but that's all it does, just adds weight. It adds realistic weight, not stupid weight either. Because a lot of the loads in game are actually just way too light altogether. Like a tank, if you pull up a tank up on top of the scales there full, a slurry tanker, 1,000 litres of slurry weighs roughly a ton, give or take. So 30,000 litre tanker, as I said, is 30 ton plus the weight of the tanker and the tractor. You're talking up to 50 ton. And with giants you could pull that along there, no bother. That didn't really rate it, to be fair. So we're making short work of this field, not trying to beacon for the fun of it. And it will probably go seeding it now to change it up a bit and get the mass out here. And we also own two other fields, field 1 and field 37. They're both covered in grass and I'm not too sure what to do with them. Do I keep a field of grass for the cattle or do I just say to hell with it? And they're both, well, field 37 is really far away, so I'm thinking that should remain as grass. Or should it? Because going out there with this tractor would be a pain at 35 kilometers an hour. Actually, no, I had a plan in mind. Next to field 37 down there at the bottom, you see there's 3 fields there. And none of them are marked as fields, but they're actually fields. They need to be ploughed and sown. There is grass on top of them, but it's not fertilizable grass, if that's even a word. So I think if we made the 3 of them into grain fields, we'd ship the harvester out there once and make one big job of it. So I'm probably going to keep field 1 plus. Field 1 is actually really close to cattle, isn't it? Well, compared to anything else we have. So I think that's the plan. So we'll go out there and we'll cultivate field 37 at some stage. But the plan for this series is to fast forward cultivating, ploughing, sowing, seeding, everything that's not very fun or very interesting, besides me going up and down the field. There'll be a bit of combining fast forward, but probably not too much because it's slightly interesting, because you get to stop every once in a while and offload and take that load back to the yard or something. I don't know quite yet, so we're gonna have to see how lazy I am, whether I want to go editing or not. So as well, we have to buy those bale prongs because I couldn't fit them into the shop, so I said meh, I'll forget about them and start the video. And we have to buy some seed and some fertilizer. So another thing as well I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing 3-stage fertilization, because we're going to have nothing to do. You're going to be sitting here watching the fields grow at some stage, and I'm just going to be like, yep, fast forward time, fast forward time, fast forward time some more. That's going to be it. Because 3 days a season, we're going to get all the cultivation done in 1 day, and that leaves us with 2 days to do nothing. So I'm going to run through, there was some other things I had to run through in seasons. We've got time. So what was, is it, that's that thing, I showed you that. Control F, or not Control, Alt F gives us the weather forecast. So Tuesday is going to be raining, Wednesday is going to be, or no, Tuesday is going to be cloudy, Wednesday cloudy, Thursday cloudy, Friday raining, Saturday cloudy, and so on and so forth. Now, did I actually save that? No, I didn't. So, apply. You can only... okay. Well, that just changed everything. So, get rid of that a second. Can't see. So now as well, if you look up in the top left, at the very end of all that stuff, or top right, sorry, and all, at the end of all that stuff you can see the tree coming out the ground, I guess is it? It looks like a tree, I suppose, but it's meant to be a crop. With the raindrops on it, that means that you can harvest now, because the crop is still wet and needs to get out the moisture out of it, because you can harvest wet grain. Well, you can, but there's a high likelihood it would, what's the word I'm looking for? There's a high likelihood it would germinate, that's the word, couldn't think of it. Germinate means grow. So it grow, or attempt to grow in the storage, and you'd lose it. And I really can't see anything when I'm zoomed out. So I think this is it, if it doesn't stop pouring rain. I mean, this is some bad weather now. I don't know if you can see it in the rain as well, actually, another thing. Let's find out. Actually, you can see, this is actually another thing I forgot to mention. You can't see it until the ground temperature, I think it's the ground temperature, it's supposed to be ground temperature anyway. See, can I get any of these bits around here? So, you see you can't cultivate them. So that's it. So if I go all this here and I go back to this, you can see that these temperatures right here are the sowing temperatures. So if it's not above these, you can't sow it. Well, you can sow it, but it'll die. So at the moment we've got 6 degrees, so we should be good actually. So if I bring up the old weather forecast, tomorrow is cold but sunny. Yeah, all cold. Oh no, sorry, that's day 2. There, no, what? Actually, no, not there. 14 or 12, 14, 12 to 16. Yeah, so I can see the different seasons as well inside the forecast. It's telling you what season it will be. So that's enough cultivating for now. Go back to the yard and we'll park this inside in the shed. And we'll get the seeder. Drop it down, turn off all the lights. And we have the beacons on.
You're doing that.
So where did the cedar go? There it is. So we need to buy the seeds first. Where are they? They're over here. This cedar does not take fertilizer. Big bag of seeds, and we get some fertilizer as well. Fertilizer is very dear. Big food, yeah, okay. Okay, what was that last thing? Oh, poplar seeds. Not too sure how you plant poplars. Out of curiosity, how do you plant poplars? Is there... where's the cedar? No. So it's the forestry cedar as well. Forestry equipment. Yeah, that plants poplar as well. That's fine. I never planted poplar before. so we'll fill up. So what can we see? So on this, we can see wheat, barley, canola, potatoes, sugar beet, poplar, or grass. So let's look at the prices. That's a good place to start, I think. Barley is doing good, wheat is not, canola is doing good, sunflower, soybean, and wool is doing very good. So since barley is doing very good, I guess we'll plant barley. Now obviously it's going to be a long time before we get to the point where we can actually harvest it, but hopefully it'll still be good then. Can I get out there without touching anything? I can, because fs17 physics. Oh, I don't know what I hit there. And the gearbox is set to automatic, not what I want. Oh, it's gonna be this thing. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure out how to get this all simple and automatic. There's a way, but it's really awkward. There we go. And then we've got that, so we hit that again. Wow, this thing's white. Okay, so the cultivator I had before didn't fold up, and we had this problem which we're going to experience in about 2 seconds. But I think the wheels on this aren't lightable, so gently. Gently. Yeah, that's good enough. Nobody saw nothing. And we're not out the woods yet. I would hate to bring that through there. Look at that. Built for it. Absolutely built for it. No, I can't say the same about this gap possibly. Oh no, it's actually a wide gap. Never mind. So we're definitely good to seed, yeah? 5 degrees. So we can see there they're in blue. Yeah, we're in 6 degrees in both. So we should be good. So we're gonna plant this field and I'm gonna call it a video. Probably. So and actually, oh no. Okay, we might have to replace the seeder, like immediately. I don't know what's causing it to bounce. As long as it does a 99% job, I'll be happy for now. Yeah, I'm gonna fix this before next episode, i.e. we're not gonna have the seeder. We're gonna have a smaller one, I think, because this thing is really underpowered for the size of it, or doesn't require a lot of power for the size of it. And we're absolutely eating through the seeds. But we're getting a bit of work done at the same time, so it's not too bad. So it's not missing too much, but it looks so stupid to have it bouncing. It should be perfect. It should work perfect with this tractor. It was released in the same pack. I don't think it's a tractor. Oh, okay. Let's go reverse up there a bit. I know there's a brake to see there, but it could be to do with the cultivator missing bits too. I don't know. I think this has to go. I'm afraid it'll have to go. So this is what you get for not using things before you put them into a video. Well, this is a mod review, but then that's different. We're gonna have to replace this. This isn't gonna work. And I was so hopeful for this thing. So this is nice and wide and cheap and no power requirement. It was perfect. So we're back to like the smallest seeder in the game. I would use the Great Plains, is it called? The green one that you start out with on Goldcrest. There's something weird about it. It doesn't like this tractor, and this is a tractor I will be using. It seems to just want to tear it around the corner straight. It doesn't like to follow the lead at all. It likes to go where it wants to go. And I must put a front weight in the front of this tractor as well. I forgot to do that, so I have to buy that. So you can get a 600 kg weight to just stick on the front of it. So we're flying through the field, fairly lively, alright. If this thing wasn't jumping, the tractor's jumping too. So if I were not to miss it, if I was to stay off of the thing, it's really hard to win. Steering is just ridiculously sensitive. And we're gonna clear up that corner like that. And I didn't miss anything there at all. So it seems to be just when the seeder is... So it seems to be when the seeder is up on the old seeding and in the cultivated ground. I think that could be the problem. Like, that's pretty solid there. So if I'm very efficient with my seeding, we get to keep it. It's still jumping. Is it gonna jump? Yeah, there's places on the map or something where there's joinings in the ground or something like that. This will have to go. So this will be gone when you come back, I guess. I'll try and empty it, I guess. Well, there'll only be this field, but we're like, you know, coming up on halfway, or we've gone over halfway in the field, and we're almost halfway in the seeder, so not too bad. We won't have too much seed left now. Problem is the seeder we will be getting actually has a smaller capacity than this again, I want to say. Where is about center here? It is really coming down out there. I don't. Can you see it in the rain, like rain? I don't know if you can. I'm not an arable farmer. I know that you can't drive over seeded ground as well, obviously, but fs17 physics for the win, as always. I missed a lot there. Hey, we're saving in fourth gear. We're saving diesel. Is there a PTO shaft in this? Can we close that? Is there a PTO shaft in this? There isn't. So, is it just gravity or something? The wheels, I suppose. Driven off the wheels. So we could technically drive it in fourth gear. We're almost finished, and there are 2 passes up and down and we'll make this really small. So I don't know what to do, because it's going to take us a long time to get anywhere if I'm going to record every single last thing. Like, it took us a half an hour to cultivate and seed this field alone. And this isn't even that big a field. It's like an average field. So, I don't know what to do. I know I said I was going to be fast forwarding video and everything, but even at that, there's only so much you can do. You can see all the spots we missed there now to be a lot easier from one raining. It's not that we didn't miss that much, so that's why I'm not worried about using it on this field, but it's just really annoying to see this thing bouncing behind me and not working properly. There's also a cultivator in the Massey pack like this that's 4 meters wide and doesn't require a lot of power, but after seeing this I'm not too hopeful for it. I think it's going to probably be bouncing as well. There's an update for this Massey pack coming out. There's supposed to be 2 new tractors, I want to say, the combine and some more stuff, I think, and looking forward to it because I love this tractor. Love the pack itself. A lot of cool stuff in it, like the trail harvester and things. So yeah, that's pretty nice. So you can see all the bits we missed, but that won't happen again. I blame the seeder. And it's still pretty early in the morning. It's like 7:30 in the morning. So whoa, what happened there? Thought we took off. So the tractor just took off there for a second. Like it's making very odd noises. I want to get serviced. So if you look on this, you can see that this has 12 days maintenance is required. Okay, so it's every season. So you do have to maintain every season. The Ford probably updated by now, because I changed it while we're inside in the tractor, or 20 or 30 hours. So whichever comes last or first, I'm not sure. And if you don't service it, it starts to act up and slow down and whatever and cut out. That's what I've heard anyway. But that's a long time away yet. So with 49 litres of seed left, 9%, not bad. We'll get rid of this before next episode. And I don't know what to do. Should I do work off screen or not? So that's everything, guys, I guess, for now. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe and stay tuned for more videos on this map. And don't get caught in the wall. Don't get caught in the wall. Thank you. Thank you for not getting caught in the wall. And thanks everybody for watching. Until next time, see you then. Bye, guys. As I pack this up.